All right, what's up, everybody? JNC here, and today we have a little special episode. It is the Hot Wheels Winter Invitational or Winter Open.
First video of 2024.
Yes, we're filming this in 2023. It's December 27th, but you'll see this in 2024. So what this is this is just a completely friendly matchup. So it's first video of 2024. It's winter time, but you can't really tell. I mean, there's no snow. This is kind of like a warm winter for Michigan. So what this is, just like I said, a friendly match, no points. It's not part of a series. So this is one of like the first Hot Wheels videos we've had where it's not part of Car Olympics, not part of World Cup, not part of a season. So
here's the track.
Just a completely friendly matchup. It's a race type who gets the farthest video. So we're going to explain this in a second. So what this is we have two tracks, exact same angle coming down right here. They go across, and whoever makes it across this line first wins. And Caleb's going to be filming the normal JNC footage on his phone. My phone's going to be the line judge right here.
Yeah, I'll be able to slow it down when I edit.
Yes, to figure out who wins if it's really close. Most of the time we can tell with our eyes, but sometimes we'll need that. But it's going to be pretty close.
And you get some cool action shots. We tested it out. You can get some cool ones out of there.
Yeah, so what this is, it's a 16-car race. We're going to split them up into 4 pods. But what we've done is, behind the scenes, we've kind of figured this out. So we have like era of Hot Wheels cars. So this first era here, this is the OG era. Now this is not every car in each era. Some cars are not being included because we needed to only fit 16 cars in, and we have more than 16. So we have 6 cars from the OG era, 4 from the Rising Stars era.
So Dragster, Roadster, Sharky.
I'll name them off in a second. 4 from the new era. And then 2 from the era you haven't seen yet, the fresh era. So we have 6, 4, 4, 2 to add up to 16. So from the OG era, we have Hook, Flame, Speed, Cobra, Zoomer, and Tiger. Hook and Flame got in because Hook was the Season 1 winner and Flame was the Season 2 winner. And then these 4s were just kind of other good OG cars that we wanted to include. In the Rising Stars era, obviously you have to include Electro from all of his wins. Sharky, he did really good in Summer 2019 Car Olympics, and Dragster and Roadster, because those were kind of the 2 next best cars. And then in the new era, we got Dart, obviously, Summer 2023 Car Olympics champion. Sheriff, 2nd place in that, and also World Cup champion. And then Drifter and Burnout, because those were also 2 very good cars.
It's time to meet the new cars.
Yep.
So we're going to pick these up, kind of give you like a good view of them. This car is named Aqua. The bottom's nice, that nice clear blue.
These are the fresh era cars. So these are the first cars in the fresh era.
And then we have Joker. And you could tell his name is Joker by this purple bottom and green top. I really like these cars. Actually, if you really look at them closely, they have the same body type.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be pretty interesting to see a new rivalry be introduced here.
Yes, we'll see if it can match up to the other rivalries like Roadster, Dragster, or Drifter, Blue Racer, Sheriff, Electro. Yeah. So during these videos now, we're gonna have to refer to these cars from like what era they're in to be able to tell a little better on what they're coming from. So these won't be the groups. We're gonna have to separate them out into 4 groups of 4.
We'll separate them based on how interesting we'll think they'll be.
Yeah,
it'll be 8 groups of 2, and then the winners will move on and play another winner.
Well, we'll start off with 4 groups of 4.
Yeah,
and then the 2 winners from each group will move on, or it'll be 2 groups of 8. Yeah,
it's like a big bracket.
Yeah, so you'll see. So we're gonna sort these out, and we'll come back to you. Okay, so we got them split up into 4 groups of 4. I just want to make this quick. So we got an OG versus. So I guess I'll explain it this way. So we got 4 in this. Flame versus Dart, Dragster versus Burnout, and then we got Cobra versus Joker, Hook versus Sharky, Drifter versus Aqua, Roadster versus Speed, And then we got Tiger versus Electro and Sheriff versus Zoomer. The winners play each other in each bracket. We picked these cars just to have similar bodies in their groups.
It's kind of like March Madness. You got to win your side, and then you get to the final four.
And then also just to kind of separate these cars. So I think we did it well so that no cars from the same era play each other. They're all separated out.
They can't if they both win.
If they both win, they can. But in this first round, no cars from the same era play each other.
So let's get started.
New matchups. All right.
Here we go.
So first, we got this top one. So we got Flame versus Dart. Am I putting down the cars then?
Yeah.
I can do it. Yes.
We could alternate.
Yeah. So similar bodies, like we said, we wanted to do that.
And got the camera down there to.
Yep. We
see
got
if it's close.
my phone as the line judge.
I'll go over here.
Figure out how to do this. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, we can tell with our eyes on that one. That looks like to be Dart.
Yep, that is going to be a Dart victory.
Dart wins the first one.
Fortunately, there is no second chances, so Flame is
no second chances. So Flame's done. So Dart will play the winner of this game, which is Dragster and Burnout. We made this setup March Madness.
So winners will move on and play, and just like the brackets.
Yep. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh. That one was a bit closer. I think it was Burnout, though.
I believe it was Burnout.
Yeah. So Burnout takes home another W. So far, these new cars are really winning. We had both of these cars are from the new era. So a car from the OG and Rising Stars get knocked out in that first round. Alrighty, so for the next matchup, we have Joker, one of the two fresh era cars, versus Cobra from the OG era.
Seasoned veteran versus a rookie.
Yep, so we're going to do all of the normal pod matchups first before we do
We'll do 2 matchups, split the video, and then try to see if we made any mistakes to fix them.
And we did go into review to make sure we did get those calls correct on who
we really want this to be accurate and don't want to ruin your car's chances on accident.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh!
That was so close.
That one was so close.
All right, so sadly, after official review, unless your favorite car is Cobra, Cobra did win. The seasoned veteran takes down the rookie.
Very close, but what happened is Joker started doing some flips, while Cobra just kind of stayed low and won that.
But if you're a new Joker fan, don't be too worried, because if you had that close of a race on a seasoned veteran, then you should be.
Your future's pretty bright.
Yeah, your future's pretty bright. So
the big guys.
Now we have a Hook from the OG era versus Sharky from the Rising Stars era.
Should be a nice one.
Season 1 champion versus 3rd place in Summer 2019 Car Olympics. So let's see what you got. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh! I think Sharky overtook him at the end.
I think he did, but it was looking like Hook was going to win. We're going to have to check that. Alrighty, so after official review, like we thought, Sharky did take home the win. So, Hook will be sadly eliminated.
It's going to be a fun one to edit. 2 different angles, POVs. I'll try to show every race, even if it's not close on that camera, just so you can kind of see it.
So for the next pod, I don't know what that sound is, but for the next pod, we got Electro from Rising Stars versus Tiger OG. Ooh. So, I mean, Electro, probably the most successful car on the channel.
Yeah. Sheriff has followed in his footsteps so far. The Electro has more achievements so far.
Yes. But
he's been around longer.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. Electro takes that one.
Electro takes that one.
I saw that one pretty dang clear.
Yep. No question on that one.
No question on that. We'll still review it.
Yeah.
I think Electro does take home a win.
Might be a little tough to see on this camera, just because it's all the way over there. But
so Tiger gets eliminated. The next matchup. Now this is going to be a fun one. Probably one of the most cemented cars on the channel. Not necessarily the best, but one of the most famous cars on the channel. Zoomer, iconic, from the OG era versus Sheriff in the new era.
So it's kind of crazy. Zoomer won the first race ever.
Yep.
And then Sheriff has been winning the most recent races so far.
Whoa!
A little bit of a malfunction there.
That was my fault on that.
That was funny. A little bit of a malfunction.
Average JNC moment.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I think it's Zoomer.
I think Zoomer took that one.
I think it's Zoomer, and we'll,
Wow.
of course, we'll check it because we are.
That's the end of the pod. So if we are correct, it will be a Zoomer Electro matchup.
Ooh.
Alrighty, so Zoomer does take that win. Could you say it's an upset? You could.
You could.
You could. So that'll be a fun little second round matchup. So next we got the final pod of cars. We have another fresh era car, Aqua versus Drifter. Now Drifter is new, so Drifter's one of the newer cars on the channel, but compared to Aqua, he is quite a bit older. 3, 2, 1, go! Wow!
Aqua destroys him. That is
Aqua.
He was fast off that track.
That is wow.
Fast.
So Aqua takes home a W. Okay, so one of the two fresh cars does take home a win. So next we have a fun little matchup here. We can't experience the nice dragster roadster rivalry because they're in the same era. Maybe
we can't anymore.
And we can't anymore because dragster lost. But we got Speed from the OG era versus Roadster from the Rising Stars era.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Wait. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh.
That's close.
I think that one's
official review.
My personal opinion is Speed. Yeah, I think it's Speed.
But we're done with the pod anyway, so let's go into official review for that. All right. So after official review, Speed did take home a win. So we're gonna be moving on to the top 2 from each pod now. So we have a new versus new, an OG versus Rising Star, an OG versus Rising Star, and a fresh versus OG. So 3 OGs make it. Cobra, Zoomer, and
if you could say not very surprising since there were more OGs.
They still
showed up. They showed up.
Okay, here we go. The only same era matchup in this round. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, wow.
That was Burnout, and he crushed him.
Not even close. That is a Burnout W.
Wow.
Not even close.
So, I mean, that was the...
Don't even check the review. Also, I know it doesn't look very cold out here, but my hands are, that redness, they're freezing out here. It's a little cold.
So, Burnout will be making the Final Four, so...
Yeah, I don't think I would have woken up today and said, yeah, Burnout's going to be a top 4 car today.
No. So, that's an upset right there. Dart, the car who got first in the Summer 2023 Car Olympics, loses that matchup.
Yeah, maybe we're a little rusty because we haven't done a Hot Wheels video since the summer.
Yes. Been since August that we filmed one. So, all right, now we got Cobra versus Sharky. Ooh. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Cobra.
Ooh, Cobra takes that.
Cobra. Wow. Yep. So Cobra will also be a Final Four team. That's fun. So Sharky gets eliminated. I would not say that's an upset. That's kind of
Since we don't really have anything to review, we might as well just move on to the next.
Let's just move on. Those are 2 pretty big wins. So that means they will be playing each other then. So our
next matchup here, Electro Zoomer.
That also means our first of 2 semifinal games is decided. Burnout and Cobra coming up.
2 blue cars.
Zoomer versus Electro. Can Zoomer make a little bit of a comeback? Can Electro prove he's the greatest car on the channel? 3, 2, 1, go!
Whoa!
Whoa!
I think that's Electro.
I think that was Electro.
But we will go into review.
Well, we will go into review after we do this
pod.
After that pod. But we'll just keep them there then for now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a fun one.
If we get that wrong, we will go check on it. But
Aqua versus
Speed. OG versus Fresh. The OGs have defeated the Fresh.
Yes. OGs versus Fresh are 1-0 so far.
Yep.
So
can they become 2-0?
Who was it? Was it Cobra who beat?
I think so.
Joker? I think so. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh!
Speed takes home the win.
Another day, another victory for the OG. Taking down the
I'm going to add the sound to it. Another day, another victory for the OG.
Yep. So, we're going to quick review these. But so that means I think both Fresh Air cars will be knocked out before the semifinals. All right. So we did confirm Electro did beat Zoomer, I think it was, right?
Yeah.
And then Speed did end up beating Aqua. So we did confirm the semifinal games are Burnout versus Cobra and Electro versus Speed.
And then we apologize for it being a little bit blurry in the last one. We forgot to focus it down here.
Yeah.
So it ended up focusing like right here.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit blurry, but you can still see it.
Yeah. So the first of semifinal games. This is for a spot. So what we're gonna do is
Loser is not eliminated this time.
loser is not eliminated. So the losers, let's say these two lose, then the losers will then play first to get the third place spot on the podium here.
And the loser of that will be eliminated.
And then the loser of that will get fourth. The winners will get first, and the loser of that will get second. So the first matchup we have of the semifinal games, Final Four, Burnout versus Cobra, New versus OG. So 2 OGs in the Final Four.
We could get an OG final.
We could. 3, 2, 1, go!
Ooh! I think Cobra might have overtaken
I
at
thought
the
Burnout
end.
had that at the beginning. I thought Burnout had that, but Cobra might have caught back up.
Perfect moment for instant review.
Yeah, we're gonna review that after. Should we do it after this
I think we
one?
should just start it. I think we should do it now.
Yeah,
This is
let's
a
do
little
it
bit
now.
more bigger here.
Yeah. Okay, after further review, Cobra did take the win. Burnout had it at the beginning, but Cobra does take the win. That was easily the closest game yet. My phone is now switched over to 60 FPS.
It was so close.
Because it was at 30, and it was still Cobra, but it was too close for comfort. We'll just say that. So, but Cobra does take home the W. Burnout is not yet eliminated. He can still get a podium spot. He will play the loser of this game in the third place game.
Will we get an OG final here?
We could.
Electro could stand in the way of that. Speed.
From the OG era, we got Speed, and from the Rising Stars era, we have Electro. Whew. Let's see. On the way. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh!
Whoa!
I don't even have a winner for that one.
Me neither. So originally, same type of deal. I thought it was gonna be Speed, and Electro. I thought overtook. We'll see.
This is the 60 FPS.
We're gonna review this on my phone at 60 FPS.
Let's go.
All right. So after further review, Electro takes home the W. Speed will lose. He's not eliminated yet. So Speed will play Burnout.
Do that one first.
And Cobra will play Electro for the final. That's a fun final. So in this Final Four, I guess it's not really. So we have 2 OGs and then a Rising Star and a Fresh or a new. So we got OG versus New to start us out. So we don't really have like exact conclusive evidence of Electro winning.
I did put a picture up there that should show that. And
But it's as close as we can possibly get.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of what happened there. So, winner of this game between Speed and Burnout will get third place on the podium.
Here we
3,
go.
2, 1, go!
Oh,
That was Speed.
that was Speed.
I think that one was Speed. I think we can basically move on from that.
Yeah.
So,
Burnout
Burnout fans, sorry you did not get your podium spot, but you did get fourth. So, we'll still review it.
We'll review
That
it later.
one was pretty
but
obvious.
That one's
Speed.
pretty obvious, yeah.
It's like in football, where like every time they score a touchdown, it's automatically reviewed. So no matter how close it was.
Just before we start, are we gonna do a best out of 3 here, or is it just gonna be one race?
Ooh, that's a good question. We might have to do a best out of 3.
Okay.
So, Speed took home the W in that. Speed is third. The winner of this best out of 3 race will get first. The loser still gets second.
So we're gonna alternate tracks. So
I'll start off with this. So Cobra gets the left track.
Okay.
Electro gets the right track to start off. Remember, best out of 3. 3, 2, 1, go!
Ooh!
That was so close. That first one was actually...
That first one was... I think we are gonna have to review that.
Yes, right away. So we're going to see. Winner of this takes the 1-0 lead. All right, so we reviewed it. It's a tie. Like, we cannot, it's impossible to tell. And we don't want to upset any fan base. So, we're going to make it 1-1 for the tie. Because you can't tell, it's like, they're like this before the line, and then they're like this after the line. Like, not exactly, but to put it into perspective, it's like this before the line, this after the line.
And we
like,
have a picture that makes it look like one of them is past
it
the
makes
other,
it look
but
like Cobra is past, but
it's the angle I'm standing
it's
at.
at an angle. So you need, if you're at a 90-degree angle, you can tell, but if you're at an angle like this, you can't give it an exact. So it is 1-1. We are going to alternate tracks. So now Electra will be on the left track, Cobra on the right.
I'll try to get a pretty good 90-degree view for this one.
So, take home first place. Oh!
That was a close one.
That was
I think
it's Electro. The
it's
call
Electro.
on the field is Electro. Alrighty, so for the championship of, I mean, it's not really a big championship, but for the winner of the 2024 Winter Invitational Hot Wheels match is not Cobra. It is Electro. He takes home another win. It came down to, first off, the call on the field was Electro.
Mm-hmm.
Second off, it came down to they were both across the line, but Electro was further across, which leads us to believe Electro touched it first in real time. So Electro wins that 2-1. Even though it was close, it honestly makes sense to me. Like, this is the championship, so it's meant to be. This is the finals, so it's meant to be close. It's not meant to be a blowout, you know. So that's as close as you're ever gonna get in this.
Yeah, I wish we had those like 360 FPS cameras, but we don't.
So the podium will be a familiar Electro in first. So that is your podium. Speed from the OG era in third. Cobra also from the OG era in second. And Electro, the greatest Hot Wheels car on the channel of all time, taking home the win in first from the Rising Stars era.
And I also want to say, I'm pretty sure all three of these cars are the top three, leading in podium finishes.
It makes sense. So, good cars find a way to win like they do, or at least make the podium. So, it's crazy. I mean, it just shows how Electro is the best, even though he's from Rising Stars. I mean, you would think it's an OG, but that basically confirms. I mean, I think Cobra. For me, it's between Cobra and Hook as the best OG car that we have.
Yeah.
It's between Cobra and Hook for me. For Rising Stars, obviously, it's Electro because he's been the best ever. For the new era, it's between Sheriff and Dart. I'm going to have to give it to Sheriff because he won World Cup and placed second in Car Olympics, Summer 2023 Car Olympics. So,
yeah,
there's your podium.
That's a Hot Wheels video, first video of 2024.
Yes.
We do not know when the next Hot Wheels video will be, so
glad
to get one out.
Yes, so it's good. I mean, Electro takes home another win, just like familiar sight to see him at number 1. So we're JNC, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.